Hello and welcome back to The Slice Show. This is the 43rd episode of The Slice Show. My name is Joey and I'm here with two of my best friends, Adrian.
Yo!
And Tyler.
What up?
And for all you audio-only listeners, we're sorry that we've been lacking on the posting schedule on the audio-only. We've been very focused on getting the video side of the podcast down. And now that we've gotten that down and figured all the background information and the logistics of that, now we're able to consistently do both, hopefully. And for all you audio-only listeners, you guys might already have heard a longer version of this episode that we're about to say, because 41 is missing because of some technical difficulties on the video side, and it's audio only. So if you guys want a more in-depth, like pick-by-pick breakdown for the first 15 picks,
along with 10 other hours of podcast.
Yeah, you can go on over to the Spotify or to the Anchor, The Slice Show podcast.
Should be in bio.
Yeah.
At
Exactly.
slice.fl.
But if you couldn't tell by that, we are going to be talking about the NFL draft. It is a little bit, a few weeks removed now. But now that we've had some time to reminisce and just kind of let it sink in what happened and really think about everything. And
I guess you could say the plus is we've seen now these rookies
go through minicamp.
Yeah, but I say they've gone through their respective minicamp. We've seen them in the gear.
Exactly.
We've gotten some insight from front offices, how they feel.
Some of them have signed their contracts already.
Yeah, but I say Jalen Waddle at least did sign his a hefty one, 20+ million.
Yeah, that's wow.
For sixth overall pick in the NFL draft's gonna get paid.
And you guys had cap space too, so
we had the 7th or 8th most, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, so we might as well just go ahead and get on into it with the first pick with Trevor Lawrence. I feel like that wasn't that surprising.
Safest pick, I think.
Yeah.
Easiest pick to talk about. Nothing else.
Yeah, no, honestly, it would have been really surprising if they went anything else, especially with the whole Justin Fields is slipping thing, because I feel like that was the only real competition,
which proved to be true.
Was Urban Meyer going with his college quarterback and taking Justin Fields? Yeah, but he ended up slipping, which is why he didn't go to the Jets, which is why Zach Wilson was taken by the Jets.
One of the he had a lot of recency bias, I guess you could say. For some reason, everyone just hopped on his train the moment that SportsCenter video came out of him throwing that ball on a run.
Yeah. Who's Zach Wilson?
Yeah, after that, after his pro day, I promise you, no one was talking about him like that.
Yeah.
Let's say it was he did the Trevor Lawrence rolling out sidearm throw thing, and everyone was on it.
Freaked out.
People were saying that Trevor Lawrence reacted to it to see if someone else would draft him, because Zach Wilson's better because he's even hyping him up.
But no, and then we went into the third pick with San Francisco taking Trey Lance.
I think a kind of another questionable one.
Yeah,
Trey Lance, it's in the NFL, it's weird. I don't really believe the NFL's let people necessarily develop. Into your rookie contract in a sense, but they do have Jimmy Garoppolo, who everyone questions the hell out of now.
Yeah,
whether he can even be your guy. But I'm still not the biggest fan of that pick even today.
Which is crazy because Jimmy G was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah,
everyone was
he
loving
didn't
him.
do crazy good in it, but
he was there.
He was there. He essentially lost it to him. Lost it for him with that overthrow.
But that's when he went into pick 4. The Atlanta taking Kyle Pitts, Julio's replacement, maybe.
Fire pick.
Not Julio's replacement. Now with the news that Julio is I'm out of here.
Yeah.
It puts a lot more pressure on Kyle Pitts.
Did you see he's not going to Dallas?
I thought that was even
phone
more
call
funny.
on the air was so funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was even more funny than him saying, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny how he was just nope, diss the city of Atlanta pretty much. I'm out.
So then where do you guys see a Julio Jones landing next year?
Dude,
I said that earlier to Adrian.
I want it to happen, but the team that would do the most damage with him, in my opinion, would be the Titans.
What about the
Rams?
Rams?
On the offense, it don't matter.
How?
How? It's Miami, dog.
We this is the first draft coming up where we don't really have crazy capital. So we would be sacrificing a lot of our future to get him. Who's it's Julio Jones, but we also have Tua. who like
Julio can make any quarterback look good.
yeah, but like I don't know about make Tua into like top 5 type deal.
Tua ain't gonna be top 5 regardless. So
So then
I'm being realistic here. Tua's not gonna be top 5 regardless, but having a big threat receiver like that would put us on the map.
So you have Dolphins.
Yeah.
They're gonna go out and get Julio.
Yeah.
What do you think for?
A lot.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, a
Yeah,
lot.
they already came out and said that they're asking for at least one first rounder.
Yeah.
which we could easily give him
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But like
But I mean, it's
what's
gonna be like
beyond
one.
that?
It's gonna be one and like maybe a couple players or something like that, probably.
But I say like if we give up a player, like that puts such a hole on one of our positions.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's receiver, Will Fuller maybe. Yeah,
Such-
sign and
like,
trade.
That's such a like. I don't even. They wouldn't accept that.
No. What about you? So you said the
Titans.
Titans.
I think it's the
What do you
Titans.
think for?
What for?
Yeah.
I hate to say it because he's the one like advocating
A.J.
for him.
Brown?
It's AJ Brown in the package.
You think so?
AJ Brown the first or something like
You
that.
think so?
What else? Like with the hype for Julio Jones, you
Yeah.
you need some like you need a promising young player. AJ Brown is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Literally young, just broke out onto like the scene of maybe the conversation of top 10.
Yeah, I think they like try to trade Corey Davis instead or something like that.
Corey Davis is on the Jets already.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They let him walk.
He's not even on the team no more.
But I say he wasn't good, so like not good. He didn't pan out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they let him walk. They let Adoree Jackson walk. They let a lot of their youth walk.
Yeah.
They lost Jadeveon Clowney, so it's like they kind of need Julio to go back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like their defense got even weaker, which I already kind of thought it was the most questionable defense in the playoffs last year. So it's like they need an offense that can outscore you now.
What if the you just made me think when you said Jadeveon. What if the Browns come out and trade Odell for Julio?
Whoa. It could happen.
A first and Odell?
It could happen, but would Atlanta do it? I don't believe so.
Nah.
I don't think Atlanta would do it, but that would be crazy.
That would be insane.
Odell is so questionable with his injuries now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When's
it's
the last
It's
time
so
he played a full
unfortunate.
season?
It sucks that
It's so
he's become-
unfortunate
it sucks
because I
that he's
love
become
Odell.
injury prone.
Odell's literally like one of my favorite players.
He's the
and,
NFL
like,
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird to like.
Most hype player.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
Well, no, I mean,
it's hard to
because if-
equal out.
Well, because this is the thing. Like, if Derrick Rose was never hurt those years, he would have been balling out, right?
He'd be top 4 in the league.
But
Yeah.
I only question that because Odell never reached MVP. Like,
I mean,
Derrick
but
Rose, you know what I mean?
He was up there. Like, he was a top two, top. I mean,
Most hype
people would,
receiver for like
I was about to say
two, 3
people would
seasons in a row.
argue if it wasn't him, it was Julio or AB.
Well, I
was
say yeah,
number one.
hype wise he was there, but I'm gonna say Derrick Rose was an MVP, even though I don't even agree with his MVP season. I think
Yeah.
it should have been LeBron. But anyways, next pick.
But yeah, I mean, and then the fifth pick was
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase to the Bengals.
Should have been
That's
the Dolphins.
right. Because the Bengals should have picked an O lineman.
They should have picked
to-
Penny. And
Yeah, to
blessed
protect
the Lions.
Yeah, literally.
Blessed them with that.
But yeah, I mean that's how many like picks specifically we're gonna break down. But like overall, what do you think was like a steal in the draft?
The biggest steal in the
of the
draft.
Damn.
You could argue there's two. I think there's two, and they're equally as much as a steal.
Okay.
Justin Fields to the Bears, in my
Yeah.
opinion, and Najee Harris to the Steelers. The fact that
Word.
the fact that Travis Etienne or whatever
Yeah.
from Clemson was drafted before him. Like I thought Najee was the best running back in the draft, and he didn't get taken until like 26, which is like crazy to think because Dolphins were rumored to pick him at 18 when we picked Jalen Phillips, or 16 when we picked Jalen Phillips.
Yeah. What about you, Ty?
Biggest steal of the draft.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna say Justin Fields. It's because I feel like I thought that he was gonna go sooner. Everyone's said that he was the number 2.
Y'all got him
Yeah,
what,
for
11?
sure. 20. Or no, yeah, 11.
Well,
20 was where our pick was.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah,
it
that's right.
it was
We traded
surprising
up
to see
from
him fall
20.
out of the top
We
10.
traded up from 20. That's
I
right.
definitely thought that he was going top 10 without a doubt.
top 10, and I thought he wasn't going to be the 4th quarterback selected.
Yeah.
I
No,
thought
no,
that
no,
he
The
was gonna
fact that Mac Jones, like it sounds like I'm disrespecting Mac Jones, but like I kind of am.
We
like,
are.
when you compare him to Justin Fields, like the fact that Mac Jones was selected like that the Patriots pretty much almost got Justin Fields if it weren't for you guys, because no one in between really needed a quarterback.
There's a reason that we traded up. That is the exact reason we traded up, because we realized that like, yo, he's still there. Like, because you don't miss that.
After Justin, it was like Kwity Paye out of Michigan to the Colts, and then like I think
like Kyle Trask to the Bucks.
Nah, he was down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was like the end of the
That's what
round.
I'm saying. Like, you could get him if you wanted to or something like that. Like, but
Rashawn Slater was also in between that. Like,
yeah. No, I definitely agree with you guys. I think that the Bears like came away with a steal. I think that the Browns had an insane steal, and I think it was the second round. That linebacker that they picked up that was
they got Yak.
Yeah, they got him, and he was like a top like 15 prospect.
He
got
was
him in the second round.
We were like, if it weren't for Jalen Phillips, he was the other rumored defensive player for us to get. Obviously, everyone probably had Micah Parsons just because he was arguably the best defensive player.
Yeah.
But
it's just insane that they were able to wait until the second round to get him.
I completely forgot that the fucking Browns drafted him. They now have a playmaker.
The only reason I remembered it is because like when I was watching afterwards, of course, like I didn't really pay attention. I didn't pay attention to the draft crazy because I like while it was happening because I was working.
Yeah.
And but like afterwards, I was sitting there. I was like, oh, bet like we definitely came away with the biggest steal. Justin Fields at 11, like that's insane. Blah blah blah. But then I was watching, and like everybody was kind of saying that the Browns with this kid like came away with the steal because like he was a like top 15 talent.
It's not
in the second
even,
round.
I wouldn't say he's a better talent than Justin Fields.
Yeah,
it's just how crazy he fell.
Well, no, yeah.
He fell so hard, I forgot about him until you literally just said that. Like I forgot that the Dolphins were supposed to draft him 16.
Exactly. No, like so they like I think both of those teams both came away with huge steals in the draft.
I mean, the Browns kind of like just did work all offseason.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Yeah.
They brought in Jack Conklin from Tennessee.
Yeah. They brought in a whole bunch of people from LA, from the Rams.
Who?
Like a whole bunch of like defensive people, like DBs.
Is that where is that? Oh, DBs. John Johnson.
Yeah.
He's super underrated in my opinion.
So what is the most important pick from the draft? As in, what I mean by most important is what is going to be the one that has the most immediate impact on their team.
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm going to go super sleeper here.
Okay.
I'm going to go Rashawn Slater.
Word.
And turns Justin Herbert into an MVP conversation quarterback now that he has an anchored left tackle.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's...
I think the Josh Allen effect happens to Justin Herbert, which it kind of already did in his rookie year, but he builds on that.
Well, that, and I mean, Josh Allen, you got to think that had to do with the offensive coordinator that came in. That wasn't just because of the O-line, though, too. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, I'm only saying that because Justin Herbert now has a full year as a quarterback and now has, besides Penei Sewell, the best pass blocker in the draft.
That was another team. That was another team that people were rumored Julio.
The Lions?
No,
the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Who would the Chargers send? Fucking Keenan Allen. Like, who do they have that's young?
I don't
Patrick
know.
Queen? No,
I don't
Kenneth
know.
Murray. My bad.
I don't know, but like that would be dirty.
Like, they don't have Melvin Ingram because he's currently working out for the Dolphins right now.
There you go.
Really hope we sign him.
There you go. That'd be fire.
But they're not going to send defensive players because their secondary's old. Besides Derwin, dude, Derwin James is back.
Hopefully.
Like, I completely forgot about Derwin James
because the past like 3 years, every season it's been Derwin James is back. Like training camp happens, Derwin James is out for the whole season. His foot. ACL, like MCL.
Oh, I can't wait to watch him actually be back.
Yeah,
but I'm going. Speaking of the Chargers,
camp first.
I'm going with Rashawn Slater as the sleeper biggest impact.
So Ty, yours is
Trevor Lawrence.
That's a really easy one.
You think he's gonna have the most like immediate impact?
Well, yeah, because if he screws up, then
they essentially drafted Travis Etienne. I really hope I'm saying his last name right.
Yeah,
but they drafted him because of Trevor Lawrence.
No,
they
exactly.
were literally teammates. So it's like trying to keep everything as easy for him. I feel like.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't pan out, they're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, when you're screwed when a quote unquote like generational talent doesn't pan out. That's like if LeBron never panned out. Yeah, they might get Greg Oden.
Yeah.
They might get Greg Oden.
So I mean, my answer, y'all might call me biased, but I'm gonna say Justin Fields.
The most important.
Yeah. Just
You
because
you could say any quarterback.
well, yeah, obviously.
You could say Trey Lance, since the 49ers are like desperate to get back to the playoffs.
Yeah. I think Justin Fields is better than Trey Lance though.
Well, Justin Fields is way better than the 2 quarterbacks selected before him. But Trey Lance might have importance if Jimmy G continues playing like dog shit.
Yeah. But no, I think that like even though I don't think he's gonna play right away, I definitely think once he does play, like I think that it's gonna be he's gonna be the first one out of the draft class to like get closest to a Super Bowl. Out of that like group at least. Obviously,
he has the best roster around him, I would say. I mean, the 49 Trey Lance has the second best supporting cast.
That's all they were waiting for. Is just a quarterback. Now,
you're hoping for what the Seahawks did when they drafted Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're kind of just hoping his second or third year, he just takes you to the fucking promised land. Which like
literally.
Do you think your defense has 3 years in it to make it out for a Justin Fields like progression?
As long as we can keep the supporting cast around Eddie, Khalil, and Hakeem.
Do you think Hakeem will be there? Because he's old now. He's like 33.
I think he will be.
Like
just because of the fact that like
on to 37.
I think he will.
Very old.
I think he will be because he wants to be there. Because he was in that trade rumor where like they were saying that they're allowing him to seek a trade and stuff like that, and the fact that he's still here, I think that like that means that he's not going anywhere. Like the fact that he wasn't released when Kyle Fuller was released,
very true.
I think that's why, you know what I mean? Which like that still pisses me off, obviously, but like as long as we can keep everybody else like either similar players or them themselves are obviously better players, then yeah, I think we got another couple of years, 3 years.
But yeah,
the main players do.
I don't think you're very wrong for saying Justin Fields is having importance in the draft, though. I think that's more of like a little lower on the spectrum of things, but I don't think it's a wrong answer at all.
Yeah. All right, but anyways, that about wraps it up for today. For anything that comes up in the future, NFL wise, whenever the mini camps start and the like actual OTAs and stuff like that start, and we start seeing some actual action, we'll probably come back.
Another football episode.
Any other big news? Obviously, we'll talk about it
in this stage.
But yeah, if you liked it, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, any of all that stuff. If you haven't already, go ahead and check us out on Instagram for slice.fl for the main page and the Slice Show podcast for the podcast page for any news, clips, or anything else that has to do with the podcast. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Deuces!
Peace.
See ya.
What'd you say?